going to do the Capricorn love reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave what does not. Then it was not meant for you. It was meant for someone else. Okay, so we're going to get a romance card. We're going to get a whispers of love, and then we will get a romance angels for an overall energy, and then pick some tarot clarifiers and close out with an oracle and see what's going on and see who needs to hear a message. All right, sun's kind of coming in and out. All right, so let's get a romance angel card. I'm kind of feeling this one right here. And that says, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. All right, so let's get a whispers of love. All right, we have be willing to express love to receive love. So love is definitely a give and take. You have to be able to give it in order to receive it. It can't just be a one-way street, because you wouldn't want to be putting a lot of effort into a relationship and showing someone that you really care if you're not getting that reciprocated, because over time you're going to be like, well, why am I even bothering? Why am I even doing this? So making sure that, you know, you are having that back and forth. All right, we have, this could be the one. All right, you've already met the romantic partner you seek, but if you haven't met them, that's fine. So this next person that's coming in could be the one for you. All right, so let's get some tarot. I feel like it's also that if you feel that this is someone that is important for you, and this person could be the one, that you make sure that you show them, right? That you let them know that you care for them and that they are important to you, and that you don't put a whole bunch of walls up around yourself. Also, that if you feel that you need that space from that person, that you tell them. I feel especially for Capricorns, I'm a Capricorn sun and a Capricorn rising, is that, I'm not saying all, but some Capricorns need that time, that alone time to recharge. They need that time to just sort through things, go through things in their head, process things, work through things, have that alone quiet time to kind of recharge, settle down, and be able to focus. I feel that if a Capricorn is around a lot of chaotic energy, that I feel like it drags them down, it like drains you. But it's that within that relationship that you tell that person that it has nothing to do with them, but that it's, you need that time. It's not that you don't want to be with them, but you need that alone time. You're making sure those lines of communication are open. All right, we have the Wheel, we have the Death card, we have the Tower, we have the King of Swords, the Sun, Ten of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and the High Priestess. All right, for overall energy, we have the High Priestess, and that's about those feelings within. It's about listening to that inner voice, connecting with self, and acknowledging it, not ignoring it, listening to it, and following through with what you feel is right. For current energies, we have the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Death card, we have the Tower, and we have the King of Swords. I feel like you're kind of getting messages within that are telling you that, I feel like it's walls that you have up around someone that you are with, or it could be that if you're starting a new relationship, like I said before, making sure that you keep the lines of communication open, that you allow yourself to be vulnerable. because like it says, be willing to express love to receive love, and to be able and be willing to take those walls down. Doesn't mean you have to take them all down, but at least being open to becoming more vulnerable within that relationship. If you feel that you can't, then I feel like that's something that you need to work on. And that's why we have the Death card right next to the Tower card, because there's something that you need to work through. There's something that you have to deal with. I feel like you know this because we have the King of Swords, and I feel like this is something that you've been thinking about, and you're like, yeah, you know what, I really need to make that change. I really know that I have to change. It could be within a current relationship that you realize, yes, there's something that I have to deal with. There's something that I have to work through. I've been knowing that this is something that I have to deal with for a while, so it's time for me to get down to action and to really make those changes, because I'm feeling inside that this is what I need to do, right? Because this feeling is becoming stronger, and you're like, yeah, I'm kind of getting that stronger energy that this is what I have to deal with. And sometimes we just like, we're like, oh, I don't really want to deal with that. I don't want to become vulnerable. I just kind of like the way things are. But I feel like you don't want to miss out on a relationship because you're putting up those walls, and you can't have that closeness, and that person is asking for more, and that person is wanting more, and you're like, I can't do it, you know, I won't do it, you know, I need to protect myself. But that person may be saying, well, I realize that, but I'm not here to hurt you, you know. Obviously, if it's a toxic relationship, then that's a whole different scenario, and that's a different relationship, and that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about being vulnerable to someone who is toxic, and it is not a good relationship. This is a relationship that this says this could be the one, right? That this is that special person, that this is the person that we can let our walls down, that we can trust, that we can rely on, and we have to show them that we're willing to do this, right? And we have to, you know, it's not only the words, but it's like, okay, yeah, I have to take action to be more vulnerable and open up and talk more and communicate more, and let you know, you don't have to tell someone your whole entire life story or everything that you feel all in one shot, but at least being able to talk about things like, these are my insecurities, you know, these are what I'm worried about, and you know, I have a tough time with this, or, you know, like I've talked before about the 5 love languages, you know, what's important to you? Is it communication? Is it physical touch? Is it, you know, let's see, I forget, physical touch, communication, quality time, spending time together, right? What is it that's important to you? And being able to communicate with that with the person, so that you can have those lines open, so that person's like, okay, well, if that's what's important to you, like, I'll make sure that I'm that way. And but also you talking to that person and asking them what's important to them, so that you're able to do that for them, to make them feel secure and them feel safe. All right, for future energies, we have the Sun card, we have the 10 of Swords, we have the 10 of Pentacles, and we have the 9 of Wands. And I feel like that is taking those actions, right? For future energies, it's like, I feel like sometimes we think something's going to be worse than it actually is. It's like, before you actually do something, it's like you have all these ideas in your mind, and it's like, oh, it's going to be like this, and it's going to be like that, and it's going to be and then when you actually do it, it's like, oh, it wasn't so bad, you know, it was scary, but it wasn't as bad as what I was thinking about. And I feel like that's this energy here, like, oh, it's not as bad as I thought, like, because this is a positive relationship, right? This could be the one that this person is making it more comfortable for you to let those walls down, that they're making it more comfortable for you to open up. And you kind of find that, you know, 10 of Pentacles, where you're like, wow, this feels so good, this feels different, it feels scary, because letting those walls down and being in a relationship where it's so different from before, because maybe before you had, you know, that's how you built those walls, was putting those walls up, and that's what made you feel safe. But in this relationship, that you can take those walls down, and it's like, this is a different feeling, but it feels good, right? All right, so let's get some clarifiers. I just wouldn't want you to miss an opportunity with someone, you know. I feel like that's what this reading is don't miss that opportunity with that special person because of things that have happened in past relationships and how other people have hurt you. That was the old you, right? And I feel like this is the new you. This is the strong you. This is the confident you. This is the you that wants something on a higher level, okay? We had the High Priestess that literally fell out again. I feel like you know this, right? Because you're getting these feelings inside because we have the High Priestess twice. And the Tower is actually where the sun is exploding through the tower, right? And this person's falling and it's like, oh my gosh, what's happening? Where am I going? But this person doesn't have any clothes on, but it means that just being vulnerable and being open and not having those shields or those barriers around you or those walls around those and taking those down and being vulnerable and open to this person, right? This relationship that you feel could be the one, that you feel that can help you to look at relationships differently. And then the Tower is also about building something on a stronger foundation, and that this is a strong foundation because you were able to be vulnerable and open from the beginning. Obviously, you have to do what works best for you. I'm not telling you to do this if this is a relationship that you don't feel comfortable in doing that. But this reading, I feel, is for that person who is in a relationship with someone that they feel that this could be the one, and that this is that special relationship, and that you want to give as much as you can to this relationship because it has so many possibilities. So we have the Three of Swords, and that's going right on top, right in between the Death card and the Tower. So it's letting those past hurts go. It's letting those things go and just not carrying those into this relationship. Then we have the Three of Pentacles, which is putting that work in. It's going to take some work, without a doubt. This is going to take some work. This is a new perception. This is a new way of doing things. This is a new relationship that's so different, and it's going to take some work. And that's what makes this so worth it. That's what gives this that Ten of Pentacles, is because it's the work that you're putting in to give you the Sun card, right? Because you want to achieve this relationship. You want to let go of those things from the past, the Ten of Swords. You want this to move forward, right? And again, the sun is bursting right through there. So I feel like the sun is just coming through everywhere. It's coming through the Tower. It's coming through the Eight of Wands, you know, moving forward. We have the Sun card. It's shining on the Pentacles. We have the Hierophant, and that can represent a long-term relationship. That can also represent a relationship that is very grounded, that is very safe, that feels good, that is something that you can build on, that you can build this relationship because this is a positive, good relationship. We have the Seven of Swords. So, I mean, not the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles. And that is about getting back into it. So if you're single and, you know, maybe you have this work to do first. It's that Tower, that Death card, and the Three of Pentacles that and the Wheel, that you have to make that change, that you have to let go of those things from the past to work on yourself, to be able to be vulnerable in a new relationship that comes in. And then once you go through that and you feel like, okay, I'm stronger, I think I'm ready to get back into the dating world. I'm ready to try it again because I'm feeling strong and I'm feeling like I'm in a better place. And I feel like with you being in this better place, that you choose people that match your, that match where you are. Like you're choosing people that are in the same space as you, where they've done that work and they're in the same place. Like I feel like you're not going to go back to those toxic relationships because you're like, no, I've moved on from that. Like I don't want to be in that again. That's not where I want to go. That's not what I want to have. And you're able to notice those and see those red flags in the beginning, and you're like, yeah, no, that's the old me. The new me isn't going to accept that behavior, is not going to go back into that. Also, it could be that if it's in a current relationship, that you do this work and you realize these things and you open up and you share with this person and you let go of those things and you put the work in, and so that brings this relationship to a better place, and you have that big smile on your face and you're like, yeah, I feel like moving on from here. I feel, because that's with the Knight of Wands, which is taking action. I feel like moving on from here. I feel like I'm in a good place, and I feel like I can be more open and have that communication with this person. And then we have these two kind of flip over. We have the Four of Wands and we have the Nine of Swords. Not worrying about those things that you can't control, and realizing and knowing that there are going to be days where you feel like you're going backwards. But to have that support of that person and say, you know what, I'm having an off day, I'm feeling like I'm going backwards, and to let that person know and to let them to support you and to say, hey, I'm going to be there for you and you're going to be fine, and that we'll get through this together, right? Hand in hand with those two people holding hands and being happy. That I'm by your side, I'm here to help you. That I want you to be happy. I want this relationship to grow. I want to be in this relationship. And just for you to have a new perspective on relationships, that relationships can be positive. This could be a friendship too, you know, this doesn't have to be a partnership. This could be a friendship, a new friendship, somebody new that you met, somebody that your friendship is growing stronger, and that person is there to help you and is on your side and looks out for you and wants the best for you. You know, this could be a family member that you're reconnecting with, that you're becoming closer with, that you're letting those walls down and you're having a stronger relationship with that family member. So it doesn't have to be a partnership. It could be a friendship, or, you know, any type of relationship that has that strong bond there, you know, that has that connection, that lets you be you and let you open up, and lets you, you know, be like this person, right? And be vulnerable, right? Be vulnerable, because I feel like that gives such a more enriched relationship, and it's not just on the surface, you know, it's a deeper relationship that really means a lot. And to have those relationships is a feeling that you can't really describe, but it's just that safe feeling that you have, which I feel like Four of Wands, it's like having that safe feeling, knowing that, okay, no matter what goes on, or, you know, what's happening, that I have somebody that's by my side and I'm not alone, that will help me, that if I need to talk, or I just need to hang out, or we need to go have fun, whatever that is, that person's there for me. And to know that is an amazing feeling. All right, so let's get a Animal Oracle card. It's definitely something that's going to have to take work, and it's not something that's going to happen overnight. And like I said, that it will probably be those moments where it's that things could be going great, but then there may be something that triggers you to bring you back. But to realize that, okay, that's not the old me, that's not me, that's the old me, that I'm moving forward from that, and it's okay. All right, we have Grasshopper Spirit. Take a leap of faith, right? Take a leap of faith, because if you don't take that leap of faith, then you'll never know what it feels like. Like, you'll always just be sort of in these surface relationships, or this revolving door when it comes to relationships, because it gets to a certain point, and then when it gets to the point where you have to be vulnerable, you're like, yeah, no, I'm out, I'm leaving, I'm not having that, because that's not a place where I like to be, and I'm leaving. And so it could just be that revolving door of relationships. But to take that leap of faith, to be vulnerable, and to open yourself up to someone that you feel that you can trust, that it has the right mind. Like I said before, not a toxic relationship, somebody that you've had bad relationships with, not that kind of relationship. Someone that you feel safe, that makes you feel safe, and to take that leap of faith and to move this relationship to a deeper level. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.